Hey guys! Hi guys in the chat! Today I'm here to give you some stuff from my word-of-mouth hole. Today I'm here to tell you guys all about why Nintendo Direct predictions are boring! Why they're boring and they suck now! Grrr! I am fuming about this. Can you tell? If you listen closely, you can hear the sound of the steam whistling out of my ears. It's like... That's it. That's it. Grrr! Okay, so there's two main reasons for this. For one thing, okay, everything's leaked. Everything's leaked ahead of time. So, like... What sense is there in even giving predictions? It's all already out there, but the other side of it is that predictions are just boring now. That for me, for me, I'm really, I can't come up with any fun predictions, man. Like, what do we say aside from like the same exact games that we always say? It's like, oh boy, guys, hey, maybe there's gonna be a 3D Mario tomorrow. Ooh, hey guys, Ocarina of Time remake. Ooh. So, you know, I'm just gonna get out here and, like, tell you guys the same things that you're all probably thinking as well. I don't know. It's just fun. I just figured we get out here and yap a little bit about it, you know. Yeah, yap about some Nintendo Direct stuff. We can all talk together and we can, you know, huddle in a circle and sing Kumbaya and you know, enjoy ourselves here as we... Excuse me. Oh, there's the first one. There's the first one for the evening. Sorry. Hey! Whoa, hey! Whoa, generic Rust! Super Mario Titans will be revealed tomorrow. I know some people, trust me. Hell yeah, dude! Fuck yeah, brother. High five. That's what I'm talking about. Thanks for the super chat. Hey, Zomboss. Thanks for being a member for 9 months. Buddy old pal, thanks. Thank ya. Thank ya. Oh my god, Land Clipper! A member for 20 months? That's impressive, my friend. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much for your continued support of my channel. Hey, speaking of which, everybody who's out there right now, just throwing it out there, $5 and up channel members and Patreon subscribers, you guys have access to a Discord server now, a private Discord server, all for the channel supporters. So just throwing it out there, and you know, we have a little goal that we're trying to hit. If we hit our little, you know, percentage on the Patreon, I may do some more Donkey Kong Abridged shenanigans. I just released a new one, like, I don't know, what, last month. So, just throwing it out there, you know. We wouldn't sing Kumbaya. We would sing Crockwatch. Let's sing all about the Crockwatch. I'm right there with you. Hey, KB! Thank you for the super chat, my friend. Favorite game announcement of this past week? Oh, man. That's a good question. Dude, there have been a couple that have definitely stood out to me. I'm trying to think. Like, off the top of my head, the Cuphead games, I was stoked about that, to see that they're getting made. The Last Ronin, I'm interested in. It was just a teaser, so there wasn't, like, a whole lot to go off of there. Rayman Legends I'm kind of interested in too. I think it's a weird decision to remake that one, but you know, yeah. I don't know. Okay, I would say probably Cuphead. I'm gonna go, Cuphead, final answer. Thank you for the super chat. And hey, Zomboss, thank you too. Before we talk direct predictions, what are your thoughts on the Rayman Legends retold and new Spyro? I've never been like a huge Spyro guy. I did play through most of the Reignited trilogy, and I enjoyed them. Like, I really enjoyed them, but that was my first time playing those games. So they're pretty good, and I'll probably pick up the new one, too. I'm interested. Rayman Legends? I know I just mentioned it from KB's super chat there, but it's a weird decision. It's a weird choice to remake that one. But, you know... There's a really good deal there, honestly. Like, they're adding new content to the game. It's coming bundled with the Rayman Origins HD counterpart. It's like, I don't know, there's good value there for the price. It's only going to be like $40, so I'll pick it up. I hope it pans out for them. I'd like to see more Rayman games. But, yeah. So, hey. Well, so, Nintendo Direct predictions. Ho, ho, ho. Hey, hey, hey. Okay, Cuphead, I was a little bummed on the pixels. I was hoping for more cartoon. That being said, I also really like how it looks. Yes, but they also confirmed that they are doing the cartoony one as well. Like, the pixel one is just kind of like to hold us over until they get the next hand-drawn one out. So, I'm all here for it. If they had just announced, like, the Sega Saturn Cuphead game, I would have been a little like, that's cool. But where's the real Cuphead? But since they announced both, I'm like, okay, I'm here for it. Sign me up. Rayman Legends is one of the greatest 2D platformers, along with Tropical Freeze. Yeah, Rayman Legends is really good. It's a really good game. Like, the reason it's strange to me is just that it's the most recent game in the series, and it's also the best-selling game in the series. So it's just kind of unusual to me that, like, they would do a remake at all. Like, I guess I can kind of understand doing a remake of a Rayman game to test the waters, but why pick the most recent one? I don't know, man. I guess they figure it sold the best, so it might have the most broad appeal. I think it's a strange decision, but I hope it pans out. Like I said, I want more Rayman, so didn't know they were doing it as a filler sort of thing. Yep, they announced, yeah, like two Cuphead games. Like, I'm stoked. I'm here for it. I love Cuphead, so. Anyway, oh, and well, I'll just throw this in there, too. Member for 20 months, TJ Bond. TJ Bond, you've been around for a while, my friend. I appreciate you. Thank you for your continued support. And Land Clipper, I predict that Miyamoto will be in the next Direct. You might be onto something there. I guess we gotta jump into it, huh? I've been yapping about anything but the Nintendo Direct so far. Yeah, it's like, okay, let me put it this way. I don't really know exactly what to expect from the Direct tomorrow. It's kind of a little bit like, I'm a little bit all over the place, I guess, in terms of like what to expect. And I don't really want to give myself any sort of expectations because I don't want to be let down in case it's just kind of like a not amazing Direct. You know how it is. Like, sometimes that just happens. That is exactly what happened to a lot of people at the you know, the September Direct last year. I remember, like, people being like, oh my god, it's an hour long, it's gonna be amazing! And then, like, the general consensus after it was over was like, well, that kind of sucked. I feel like, you know, there's the chance that we're setting ourselves up for the same level of disappointment again. That being said, oh my gosh, there's super chats rolling in. I will read them in just a moment, guys. Here, I'm just gonna finish my thought. You know, it's been so long since we've had a Nintendo Direct that I kind of feel like maybe there's a chance it could be kind of exciting. Like, maybe there'll be some exciting stuff there. That's my hope. That's my hope. But I'm not going to get my hopes too high. I'm just going to, you know, it's like whatever. Whatever happens is whatever happens. It's just going to be cool to, like, have a Nintendo Direct again and hopefully get some cool announcements. And we'll jump into some actual predictions here in a minute, but I'm going to read these super chats. Excuse me. Dr. Wolfstar, thank you for the super chat. Anyone know how the Crazy Taxi World Tour works? I hope that it's 4 cops versus 4 taxi drivers, and the cops have to stop the taxis. Honestly, I don't know a whole lot about Crazy Taxi. I know it's a very arcadey game, and that's like where it got its start. And like I saw they announced that new one, and that's pretty cool. But yeah, I really don't know a whole lot about it. Somebody else will have to answer that for you. But yeah, thank you for the super chat, my friend. Zomboss, thank you for the super chat as well. I think the reason they're remaking it is because they're testing the waters and actually adding a story and voice acting, because the original game does really lack story. Yeah, I can understand that to an extent. Like, I get that that's probably, like, why they're testing the waters. Again, like, it's just the decision to use that game in particular that's strange to me. It's in the same way that I feel like Star Fox is a weird choice. It's like these two games are competing for the most pointless remakes award for this year. And we might have Ocarina of Time coming in hot to try to take their place tomorrow. I don't know, I'm kind of like all over the place as far as like how I feel about all these remakes coming up, because like stuff like Rayman, I mean, it looks cool. I think it looks good. It looks like it's gonna be a, you know, a solid remake. Don't get me wrong. Just a little pointless to me. But then like Star Fox as well, Ocarina, probably gonna be like, really? But then like we have Godzilla Destroy All Monsters Melee, and I'm kind of excited for that one. It's like, that's a game I never thought was going to come back from the dead, but I guess we're in the era, we're just in the era of remakes and remasters and all that kind of fun stuff. It seems like nothing's off the table, so, you know. But that being said, like, I don't know, that's just kind of the just sort of vibe of gaming right now, is just remakes. And it's a little, like, a little tiring, but, you know. So anyway. Alright, guys. Prediction time. I don't know if I'm going to have a whole lot to say that you guys wouldn't also be able to say. Okay, we'll just get the obvious out of the way. I already mentioned it. I'm thinking tomorrow there's a really solid chance that Ocarina of Time, this Ocarina of Time remake, is going to be there. Like, Nate the Hate kind of, like, really publicized it, you know, a couple months ago and said that it's on the way, but like this is a game that's actually been rumored for years now. It's not like this is completely out of left field. So I'm thinking like probably a solid chance it'll be there tomorrow. It might even be the game to cap off the entire direct. You know, it might be the big like one last thing, like this is our final game of the day. Enjoy, and it's gonna be Ocarina of Time. Now, as far as like what they're doing with it, I don't know. I'm honestly a little bit. I don't know how to feel. It's like if they do just like a straight up one-to-one Ocarina of Time remake, it's like, well, they already did that though. They already did that on the 3DS, you know. And I don't know. If they do something more ambitious, it's like, well, is it really, like, still gonna be the same Ocarina of Time then? I don't know. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know how to feel about it, but I can tell you, remakes in general, just, like, generally speaking, for the most part, are not nearly as exciting for me as, like, a brand new game in a series, and the fact that we're getting so many of them is kind of just making a lot of these things feel a little, like, I don't know. They're kind of blending together for me a little bit, you know what I mean? It's kind of unusual to see so much of it happening from Nintendo's camp. I say so much, it's only like 2 games right now. Star Fox and Ocarina of Time, potentially. But, I don't know, it's just kind of weird. Like, and it's funny, too, because they were also both remade on 3DS, so kind of... I don't know, for their year 2 to have them as sort of like big headliners is, I don't know, it's interesting, but Zombos! I don't think they'll one-to-one it. They'll probably fully reimagine it like the Final Fantasy VII remakes. Thank you for the super chat. Yeah, that's, I think that would make it probably a little more interesting than like just a complete one-to-one remake. Like, at least there is something a little extra to like sink our teeth into and you know get excited about. So you have no idea how excited, how happy I was when Spyro's new game was announced. I know a couple people in my Patreon server were too. I think one of them, I think I saw you here, Vinch. Are you out there? I think I saw you in the chat there. For me, it was like. Like I said, I'm not like the biggest Spyro guy. I think it's cool. I'm happy that there's a new one coming, but it was also like this game was pretty much leaked like, I don't know, 2 or 3 years ago, so it was kind of like, there it is, it's finally here. That's kind of the way a lot of game reveals feel for me these days, just because like, man, the entire industry is just so leaky. It makes, again, it makes predictions and just kind of like the element of surprise feel just sort of boring, because there's not a whole lot of surprise anymore. Honestly, the most exciting, surprising presentation that we've had in recent memory is the Switch 2 one from early last year. I mean, they had lots of games that just blew me away last year, between like Duskbloods and Kirby Air Riders, and then Donkey Kong, of course. That was a real fun presentation. So I'm kind of hoping that maybe not everything got leaked for tomorrow. That's my hope. But like I said, I'm not going in with like super high expectations. I just want like at least one or two surprises. That's how I look at all of these presentations nowadays. Like, you know, this past week of like Summer Games Fest and all that kind of stuff. If I can pick at least one or two games out of each of these presentations that like I'm looking forward to, I consider that a win. Because I don't have time to play all the games anyway, so if I get like one or two games out of a presentation, that's good enough for me. Dude, I willed Wario into existence with my prediction. The prediction god. Yeah, I saw like some articles going around yesterday about like the potential of a new Wario game. I've been kind of predicting it too for a little bit now, and that would make me very happy if there's a new Wario at the Direct tomorrow. That would be like the thing for me. I'd be like, yes! I love it! New Wario Land! Give it to me! Or a 3D Wario. I'd be happy with that too. I'm just guessing that it's probably going to be like a land game. But I would love it if we got a new 3D Wario. Dude, like, I'm sorry to any 3D Mario beggars out there. If we get 3D Wario before 3D Mario, I think people will have an aneurysm. Zach Burkowski, tomorrow's also the new Bonanza event. Oh shit, yeah it is. I probably won't be streaming that tomorrow. I guess it depends. It actually depends. I may consider streaming it tomorrow, but that might not be a tomorrow thing. It might be Wednesday. We'll see. But I definitely want to stream the next event. And I guess we'll know the next event after that one very soon then as well, so that'll be cool. Unfortunately, it'll be WarioWare. That would be kind of sad. But the only reason I don't think it's going to be... Well, okay, there's two reasons I don't think it's going to be WarioWare, though. I believe it was the series director just relatively recently left Nintendo. So, not that somebody else couldn't step in to fill those shoes. You know, that they totally could. But I think that may be a factor there. But also, we had two WarioWare games on the Switch. And so, I just feel like it's time for Land, you know? And it doesn't necessarily mean anything. If Nintendo really wants to, and they really want to just, like, get a new WarioWare out there, then they certainly will. But, you know. Could be fun to see them tease 3D Mario. That would be nice. Okay, so, let me throw this out there while I'm at it. A buddy of mine... Actually, a couple buddies of mine. We'll put it this way, the DK crew. A couple of them have been predicting that we might see Smash Brothers tomorrow. You guys know Skips, the DK detective. He's big on the Smash right now. What do you guys think? I'm kind of leaning towards it maybe not being tomorrow. I think it might just be a little bit too soon for Smash. It would be cool. That would definitely be a big surprise because I'm not expecting it. But I don't think it's quite happening just yet. I think we might have like maybe at least another year or so to go before we get a reveal for that. So no matter what, this next Smash game will be hard to live up to. I agree with you there. Absolutely. Give it like another year, 2028. Plus, didn't Sakurai just get done with Air Riders? Yeah, that was kind of my thinking too. The little bit of like credence I could give to the potential for a Smash reveal tomorrow is that like supposedly the Smash team at Bandai Namco has been hiring since I believe it was late 2023, or 2024. I forget which one. Either way, that would mean that the game has been in development for just a little bit now. And it's totally possible that like, we don't have the full timeline of development for Kirby Air Riders. It may have been, like, you know, done or damn near done, you know, when it got revealed. Hard to say. Nintendo sits on these things for a while sometimes, so. But that being said, like, that's just me kind of entertaining the idea. I don't necessarily think Smash is going to be revealed tomorrow. I'm kind of leaning towards probably not. I do think they need something. I kind of think it's just time to get, like, another sort of big, exciting game out there for people to, you know, hype about. But I don't know. We'll see. KB! Thank you for the super chat, my friend. It'd be too soon for a new WarioWare, since the next month is when the latest installment of its sister series, Rhythm Heaven, comes out. Both series are made by the same team. Oh, interesting. So, yeah, that's a good point. It's probably not going to be WarioWare if we get a new Wario tomorrow. I think the rumor was that it was going to be a new platformer Wario game, so that's what I'm hoping for. Generic Rust! The last WarioWare didn't hit 1 million. I think it's sitting out this generation. It's kind of understandable, honestly, because, like, they did do a Wario game. Or they did do a WarioWare game, you know, early in the generation. And then put out another one. It's kind of like, I don't think those games are generally, like, mega sellers or anything. So, I think people sort of got their fill of that, and then it was like, But I feel like it was probably, like, a relatively cheap project. I think the WarioWare games are pretty cheap for Nintendo to produce. So, I don't know. I guess they just felt like, yeah, let's do it. Why not? Yo, Al, did you see the Spyro 4 trailer? I did. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. I had no idea. Yeah, you're currently at Nintendo guy. That's I guess that's me. Hey, I'm currently at Nintendo. Thank you for the super chat. I don't know what that means, to be honest. Zombos for ports. Sonic Frontiers Deluxe Expedition 33. Rayman, with more Nintendo skins. Oh, you know, that's a good point. I wonder if they are going to include, you know, like the Mario and Luigi skins for Rayman and Glowbox this time around. That'd be cool. That'd be cool to see it there. I want to know how it's going to run on the Switch 2. Like, run and look on Switch 2. Because, like, I'm very tempted to pick it up for the Switch 2. But, you know, if it looks and runs better on PS5, I may lean towards PS5. I'm a performance whore. I like to, you know, get it looking and running as best as I can get it. So I tend to grab it for the platform that handles it the best. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Thank you for the super chat. Friggin' love a Wario World like a game, but mega doubt that'll ever happen, unfortunately. Hey, never say never. You never know, right? That is kind of like, that's a big question on my mind, is like, you know, is the next Wario game going to be 2D or 3D? I'm leaning towards it's probably going to be 2D. But a 3D one would be awesome. I think I already brought that up, now that I'm thinking about it. I was talking about that SpongeBob meme video. Oh, okay, yeah, where you put the Man Ray kept asking Nintendo to, yeah, that's me. Hey, that's me. I'm the guy. Don't you have that, whatever it was? I forget what it. How does it go? Don't you have a Nintendo Switch eShop? Yep. Makes sense to me. $2 super chat. I think a Paper Mario might show, or too soon. It might. I don't know. That depends. When did 1000-Year Door drop? Because like I think those games typically have like a 4-year gap between them, right? It might be a little too soon. Might be a little soon for Paper Mario, but I'm gonna go out on a very, very slim branch here and say that I think the next Paper Mario game is going to be more in the vein of like Thousand Year Door rather than kind of the new direction of the series. That's my guess. I will eat so much shit. No, I don't. Wait, no, I don't want to eat shit. I'll eat a bunch of chicken sandwiches from Chick-fil-A if I'm wrong. Whew, there we go. Saved it. Saved that one. Shen Zero. Super chat, thank you, my friend. Hello, Al. Hello, chat. I'm so glad to have ran into this channel because of the Bonanza finale video. Been a fan ever since. Hope y'all are doing great. Thank you, my friend. I'm doing great. I'm having a blast. We out here talking about some Nintendo today. SX64 Productions. Thank you for the super chat. $20 for Fire Red and Leaf Green. Unfair to you? For old Game Boy ROMs, I think it's a little like... I'm like, you know, you know, to most people it's gonna be fine, I think. I mean, obviously the game sold incredibly well. Pokemon's just charging what they can get away with, but you know, for me it's like, you know, I think I'm mostly just kind of like aged out of Pokemon. I don't want to say, like, not that there's anything wrong with playing it if you're a little older. It's just like, I enjoyed Pokemon more when I was younger than I do nowadays. It's just not so much for me anymore. I think it's just a time issue. Games that require me to sink a lot of time into them, I just really struggle. I really struggle to like keep up with and like see the whole way through. I got like maybe a third of the way through Expedition 33 last year, and then like for no reason, I was enjoying the game, but for no reason, I like put it down and then I just haven't gone back to it. I have to be like really, really invested in a game to see it the whole way through, especially if they're on the longer side. And Pokemon is kind of around there for me, so. So here's another question mark. I can't even call it a prediction. But what the heck's going on with Mario Kart? Mario Kart World, dude, has been sleeping. It's in hibernation. It's in hibernation right now, bro. I really would have expected at least some sort of DLC. Like, not even necessarily like a mega expansion or anything, but just something by now. It's just kind of like, what's going on? That being said, the rumor, I don't know if this came from Nate or came from somewhere else, I forget, is that like there's still not going to be anything Mario Kart this year. It may be a next year thing. So, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know about all that. I have not touched Mario Kart World in really a while. I've been kind of holding out, hoping they were going to do some sort of DLC, and it just hasn't really happened, so I don't know. I don't know. Picking up Star Fox when it drops, since I've played the remaster on the 3DS and excited to support a new game since I love the franchise. I don't know, I can already feel it being on sale soon. Yeah, I'm going to be picking it up as well. Despite all my griping and bitching about Star Fox and it being another remake of 64, which I just think is like, holy shit. That's crazy. You know, it's still, Star Fox 64 is a good game. It's a good game. So, I'm gonna pick it up. And it looks good. Visually, like, I mean, the character designs, okay, I'm a little bit still not sure how to feel about them, but, you know, aside from that, everything else visually looks really nice. Star Fox. Zomboss! Off topic, but Godzilla and, how do you say that? Evangelion in Crossworlds. Yes, very cool. I haven't played Crossworlds in a minute, but, I've probably got a lot of stuff to go back and check out now, because I think I had the season pass for it. So, there's characters I gotta play, there's new courses and tracks I gotta play, a bunch of Sega characters, and now they're adding Godzilla, so I'm like, I gotta get back in there. Ooh, let me stretch my legs. Would you turn down a copy of either? If not, which version would you... Wait, of Pokemon? I played Leaf Green growing up. Yeah, that was the Pokemon game that I was into. Or at least, you know, from that generation. My first Pokemon game was Ruby. I really like Ruby. That being said, I don't know. If I was given a copy, I would be gracious. I don't know if I would play it though, to be honest. I just don't have the time. I got too many things I'm trying to do. Did you see the new Godzilla remaster? I'm excited about it. I am. That was the game that introduced me to Godzilla. I rented it from Blockbuster, I remember, on the GameCube as a kid. For all of you, all you people out there, all you grandpas out there that are my age, you guys remember Blockbuster. Yeah, and then I was obsessed with Godzilla after that. So I'm looking forward to going back and just dipping myself into it for some nostalgia. That's a game I never thought was going to make a comeback, so. Let's remaster DK Barrel Blast. Oh, hey, that puts a thought into my mind. Guys, tell me if I'm coping here. You guys are probably gonna say I'm coping. I'm not trying to cope because, like, frankly, I don't care if anything Donkey Kong related shows up in the Direct tomorrow or not. I'm still riding the wave of Bonanza. We're almost a year out from Bonanza, and I'm just like, oh, this is like the greatest damn thing that has ever happened. But I feel like there's a lot of smoke around Donkey Kong right now, and I kind of am wondering if maybe there's a chance we're going to see something DK related at the Direct tomorrow, so hear me out. I don't know if this event is happening right now or if it's about to happen real soon, but there's like an NSO thing going on for DK, is it DK94? It's the Game Boy game, and Mario vs. Donkey Kong to get some profile pictures, so that's one thing. They are releasing a Donkey Kong arcade Lego set. It hasn't been fully revealed yet, but it's been teased. There's new DK figures. Donkey Kong 64 was just released on the NSO. I think there's some smoke around DK, and I'm kind of wondering if maybe there's something DK related we'll see tomorrow. More specifically, in the vein of, like, DK Arcade. That's kind of what I'm thinking, like, maybe the Mario vs. Donkey Kong team taking a swing at, like, a new arcade-style Donkey Kong game. So kind of like, basically like a new Mario vs. Donkey Kong, maybe. But just not like with the minis. That would be my hope, at least. I like the platforming kind of arcade style that they had going on, but not so much the minis and the toys and stuff. I think they're just fully into the revival phase. That is also a very strong possibility. Like, you know, don't get me wrong. I'm just saying, though, that, like, okay, I can't even say generally, but there have been some instances in the past couple of years where Nintendo starts to gear up for something, and, like, you'll start to see some hints and trickles of characters and things, you know, kind of sprinkling out, and then they reveal something kind of related to it, so. I love your channel. I'm about to make a video with my direct predictions. Any recommendations to keep it from being boring? Just take gigantic swings. Take gigantic swings, man. Say that they're gonna reveal Pikmin 6 at the Direct tomorrow. They're skipping right over Pikmin 5. They're gonna reveal Donkey Kong Bonanza 2 tomorrow, okay? Like, that's how you keep it interesting. You gotta go big. Go big or go home. I'm sitting here making boring safe predictions today. That's but we're gonna sit here and yap about it, so you know it's probably fine, right? Jesus. Zomboss, thank you for the super chat. Off topic again, did you see Ukulele Card? I did. I'm excited for it. I just really like Playtonic. I will admit, and I know I'm not alone in feeling this way. I'm sure some of you out there can probably also sympathize. I was initially a little bit disappointed by the reveal because, like most people, I was kind of hoping and anticipating that it might be more of like a Diddy Kong Racing spiritual successor, and it doesn't really seem like it's going to be that. It's probably closer to something like Super Mario Kart, which is fine. Totally fine. It's just, you know how it is. It's like expectations. This is why you shouldn't build up expectations. But I do think, though, that after, like, checking it out a little bit more, looking at some gameplay, hearing what some people who got hands-on time with it had to say about it, I think that it looks like it could be fun. So, that's just where I'm at. Land Clipper, thank you for the super chat. Shooting star prediction, the Bubsy RPG. Yes, bring it on. I hope, okay, so, like, again, these are insane words that are about to come out of my face. I hope that this is Bubsy's revival era. I seriously do. Bubsy 4D was awesome, so I'm hoping that they get the chance to do more with it and do more good stuff with Bubsy. Kind of keep up the current direction. I hope Fabraz gets another swing at it and gets to do something maybe a little more ambitious. I guess we'll have to see how well that one performs. I don't know. But yeah, thank you for the super chat. Did you pick up Bubsy 4D Land Clipper? I'd imagine you had to have, right? You had to have, right, my friend? The drifting in Yuka Kart looked good, though. Yes, it did. It does look pretty satisfying to slip around and slide around in the Yuka Kart, I gotta say. I think it looks fun. Yuka Kart is going to hit the same audience that Ring Racers does, the hardcore, high-skilled kart fans. That is my... not my hope. That's a game that I want to check out as well. I actually think I downloaded it like maybe a year or two ago, and then I never played it. I heard really good things about it, but it sounds like, it's an acquired taste. It's like getting used to drinking. You don't like the taste of beer at first, but then you become an alcoholic. So that's what I need for Ring Racers. And hopefully Yuka as well. Boy, I'm just on a roll with analogies, and I should probably just stop. Biggest hope for the Direct is filling up the GameCube library. Yeah, I feel like they've been neglecting kind of the GameCube NSO. Like, I hope that they get some more stuff in there. Land Clipper, you pre-ordered it. Good. Good, my friend. I'm happy for you. I hope you enjoyed it. Rio Hee Biggest hope is Mario Maker 3, but not holding out. Yeah, like... I liked the first Mario Maker. I had that one on Wii U. I never picked up the second one on the Switch. I feel like for the third one, they should really do like a Mario Maker 3D. I know that sounds kind of obvious, but like, it just comes together so well. Let me make some 64 levels or Sunshine or Galaxy. The thing is, though, I feel like that might be very complicated, so I don't know. That would be a really, really probably ambitious title for them. I don't know. I don't know for sure, but I don't think the second one took off quite the same way as the first one. So I don't know. I don't know if they're gonna go for a third one, but I don't know. I guess we'll see. Hey ho. Okay, so here's a little thing I'm gonna throw out there. What's going on at Next Level Games? What are they up to? I'm guessing that they're working on Luigi's Mansion. See, that's my boring safe prediction. It's very boring. Okay, let me take it up a notch. They're working on Luigi's Mansion 5. They're skipping 4. That's pretty exciting, huh? I just think that, like, Luigi's Mansion 3 did so well for them. I mean, it sold gangbusters compared to everything else that they've ever made over at Next Level Games. I think it probably just makes sense that they're going to do a follow-up to Luigi's Mansion for their next project. That's my assumption. That's my prediction. I'd love to be surprised by something else, though. Next Level Games might cook on new DKC or Wario Land. That would be pretty cool. I think my fear with, like, a company like Next Level Games taking on Donkey Kong, is that, I don't know, they have, like, a couple of other game series that they sort of dabble with, and, like, I would hate to see them be handed DK only to get one DK game and then have to wait, like, 11 years for another Donkey Kong Country game or something like that. You know, I would want to see, like, maybe more of an internal studio take a crack at Donkey Kong, and not that, like, we need a new Donkey Kong every year or something like that, but, like, you know, it'd be nice to have them a little more often than what we currently do. Which I think is probably the intent anyway. It seems like Nintendo's really trying to, like, build Donkey Kong back up. That's the hope, so. Ooh, I need to, like, lock my chair so it stops rocking back. Ooh, like, stop sitting like a shrimp, you know. I'm gonna lose my back. I'm just gonna lose my back, that's all. Oh, man. Sorry, I'm just, like, clicking around right now, just kind of checking to see what's going on the internet. On the internets. Alright. Imagine if Next Level Games gave a Jungle Beat-ish DK. Hey, it could be possible. It could be interesting. I mean, okay, so, like, I wouldn't be opposed. I wouldn't be opposed to them taking on, like, Donkey Kong. It's just that my fear would be that we would be waiting a while after they get their chance, after they get their swing at DK, before we get, like, another one, you know? Which, I mean, that's... Honestly, that's just the reality of modern game development as it is that you're going to be waiting a while for games. I could probably count on one hand the amount of games I'll see in, like, the Crash and Spyro series for the rest of my life until I kick the bucket. Sucks. Fucking sucks. How's your wife's education journey going? It is going excellent. She is killing it. She's well on her way. I think, she'll be able to be certified with that sometime in 2028. So yeah, she's on a roll. She's killing it. Thanks for asking, TJ Bond. Boss, I heard a rumor about something Switch Sports related, either a Switch 2 edition or sequel. Yeah, I think I had heard something about that too. I never played the game. I never played the Switch Sports. So to me, it's like I don't really care all that much one way or the other. I guess that is a good segue into kind of another related sort of topic. That I think one of the things that was rumored was that there is a Switch 2 edition of Pikmin 4 on the way. So, like, I think that's, like, a reasonable thing to maybe expect to see tomorrow. Those Switch 2 editions, they're not going anywhere. I think that they're probably here to stay and fill out their kind of schedule. That being said, Nintendo's been doing a really good job, I think, of keeping up, like, the release cadence ever since the launch of the Switch 2. I know there's a lot of people who, like, are upset by the types of games that they're releasing and, like, the frequency of them. Because, like, they feel like there's not enough games, I guess. But, like, honestly, there's been a lot of good stuff. I was also not really that excited about a lot of their games for this year, but I've been pleasantly surprised time and time again here. Mario Tennis was great. The Mario Wonder DLC was great. Yoshi's Funny Book was really great. I really liked that, so. The fact that they have been keeping up basically near monthly content drops is, like, seriously impressive work. There's no other company out there coming even close to what Nintendo is doing right now, so. I hear the Yoshi game was good. Been planning on picking it up. It is so good. I just rolled the credits on it the other night. It might be my new favorite Yoshi game. I think it is, honestly. It's such a chill, just fun, little, creative, charming game. I'm just sitting here glazing it, but it really is that good. You know, don't go into it expecting, like, your typical kind of Yoshi game. It's definitely something a little different, but I think what it did and what it sets out to do is, I think they aced it. It was great, so. least they're giving us the courtesy of starting an hour later than the last dozen directs. Yeah, it's at like 10 tomorrow, I think, right? 10 a.m., I want to say. That's fine with me. It gives me a little extra time to sleep in. Hopefully get out and do my walk. I've been kind of trying to get myself into some better habits. Give myself a better routine. You know, it's so easy when you wake up to grab your phone and start scrolling through social media and shit, and like I'm trying to avoid doing that. So like I've given myself tasks. I get up, I drink water, I drink my water, and then I go out for a short 10-minute walk around the block. And that's how I get my day started now. And then I give myself permission to look at some phone or computer or whatever it is. But yeah, it's been nice. So I hope I can get up early enough, get my lazy ass out of bed early enough to do a little walk before I watch the direct tomorrow. I guess if not, I could just do it after, but I don't know. I'm anticipating being busy with making stuff tomorrow if there's a lot to show at the direct. I don't know. We'll have to see, but... Joke's on you, never played a Yoshi game. That would be my first one. Well, hey, you're in luck. You're gonna start from the peak. It's all downhill from there. I'm sorry. No boom boom sauce from Sheets in the morning? I'm disappointed. Well, well now, I didn't say that. You know, that's a little something you sprinkle in your coffee, you know? I don't like sugar and creamer in my coffee. I put a little boom boom sauce in there, and then I'm set for the day. Who's gonna tell him about Yoshi's new island? Oh, say no more. No, really don't. Just keep it to yourself. I'm trying to think. That mixed with coffee. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I don't know. Okay, so let me. Since we already brought it up and we already talked about it, let me bring it up again. That's not a good segue into this. What do you guys think is gonna end the direct tomorrow? Do you guys have any predictions as far as that goes? I am kind of leaning towards Ocarina of Time being the big show finisher tomorrow. That's kind of what I'm thinking. It'd be a little bit disappointing because we already know about it. We already know it's coming. But I wouldn't be surprised. Like, Ocarina of Time is, you know, widely considered to be one of Nintendo's, like, greatest games. I kind of feel like... I don't know. I feel like they know that. They know the prestige of that game. Ocarina of Time, 3D Mario, that would be nice. Kid Icarus, since I'm playing NES Game Boy games in the NSO. Either 3D Mario or Ocarina of Time. Yep, agree. Zelda. Okay, yeah, so a lot of us are on the same page here thinking it's probably going to be Zelda. Fire Emblem. Well, that is true. Land Clipper brings up a good point. I will say, I think Fire Emblem is probably going to be there tomorrow. It's been a little while since we've seen anything about that, so we'll probably get like a new trailer. I'm gonna say I don't think it's gonna be the show ender. Actually, here, I'll even go a step further. I think it's gonna kick off with a new Fire Emblem trailer tomorrow. There's my prediction. It's gonna start with Fire Emblem and end with Zelda tomorrow. Not expecting any Kirby tomorrow. September Direct towards the end of the year is what I'm hopeful for with a new Kirby title. I could see that. I think there might be a chance of seeing Kirby tomorrow, but I think I'm inclined to agree with you. It probably won't be until, like, September. But I do think Kirby is probably not too far off at this point. It's been a couple years since Forgotten Land. Feels like it's probably getting close to about the time. Getting close to about that time for some more Kirby. DLC for Mario Odyssey. Could you imagine? Could you imagine? There's gonna be riots in the streets if that happens. Should take a morning walk more often too. It's always so relaxing. Yes, it is. It honestly has been such a great part of my day here lately. You know, you get up, it helps to just like kick off that sleep inertia. You get your day rolling. Gets the brain in thinking mode. I don't know. It's just nice. It's a nice way to start the day. I come in and I have my coffee. I bought some of this stuff. It's called mushroom coffee. I've been mixing it in with my regular coffee. I heard that it like helps you feel good. I haven't really noticed a whole lot of difference with it, but I don't know. Like, apparently the stuff that's in it is good for you, so. Just kind of tastes like dirt, though. Like, more so than regular coffee. Uncle Al, the shrooms confirmed? What? No, yeah, no, yeah. Shrooms coffee? Literally 100% Odyssey twice in anticipation for DLC. Never game. I never got around to fully 100%ing Odyssey. It was just like too monotonous for me. Like some of those, some of the moons in that game were really obtuse to try and find, and I never got around to completing it. So. Give me one sec. Oh man, I haven't looked at Twitter in a while today. I tweeted out earlier. I was just joking around. Donkey Kong Bonanza 2 fans will want to tune in. Just saying. Quote retweeting the direct for tomorrow. Some of the responses. Funny. You guys ready for Donkey Kong Bonanza 2 tomorrow? Wario Land game by the Wonder Team. I would be so down for that. I know that, like, Wonder has kind of gained a bit of a stinky reputation since it released, but I still really liked that game. I played through it again last year, and I don't know. I think I'm just like really smitten by the presentation and like the animations on the characters. It just does so much of the heavy lifting for me. I really like that game, so it's definitely been on the easy side, but I don't know. The creativity on display and the presentation, I really like it. Mario teaches taxes, dude. I fucking need that. I need that game. Bring it on. Oh. Howdy, the new Xenoblade game will show up. I guess that is totally possible, isn't it? I could be wrong, but I don't know if I'm making this up or if I actually heard this somewhere that Monolith is helping out with the Ocarina of Time remake. So I don't know. I mean, like, they might be big enough to have the bandwidth to do both. It's totally possible. I'm not really sure, but hey, Al, thoughts on Kevin Afghani's voices? Thank you for the super chat. I think they're fine. They're fine for the most part. It's definitely not Charles Martinet. I wish Nintendo would have let that man just keep voicing all the Mario characters, but it was inevitable they were gonna have to replace him eventually. You know, just that's just life for you. So I don't know. I mean, like, he's fine. He does a fine job. I think, okay, this, not that I want to just, like, rip the man apart, that's not what I'm saying here, but I do think his Wario is probably, like, the weakest of the bunch. I've never been super crazy about his Wario, so. Mario and Luigi, they sound fine. You know, they sound, similar enough most of the time. There's sometimes where, like, he'll say certain things and I'm like, that sounds kind of off. But, you know. Land Clipper! A new Mario and Luigi game where they team up with Wario and Waluigi would be amazing to see. I agree. I've been wanting that for years. I think that would be awesome. I like Wario and Waluigi. Like, they're fun, so I would love to see more interactions with them and the Mario Brothers. I think that'd be awesome to have, like, a game. Just a game dedicated to them. Frail Animator! Danky Kang! Hell yeah, Danky Kang! Hell yeah! Yeah! Woo! Uncle Al's disappointed that the famous actor Chris Pratt isn't the new voice of Mario. Listen, Pratt is the only way, okay? I was trying to think of, like, some fun wordplay there, but I got nothing. Pratt doesn't rhyme with anything. So I couldn't. I couldn't. Whew. Diddy Kong Pilot released to the public. Let's make it happen. Who is this? Who is this kitty? I have a kitty beneath me. Who are you? Oh, it's Mr. Stripe. Hi, buddy. He's like, what are you doing in here? What are you doing in here, Daddy? You just yapping to nobody. He's jumping up at my side. He wants to sit on my lap. Come here. Come here, big boy. Big boy. Come on. He's a good boy. He is a good kitty. Come here. Alright. He has to come up on his own terms. You can't just be like, hey, come here, kitty, and then they'll jump up for you. It's like, nope, he has to decide when he wants to do it. There he is. Now he's up here with me. Hello, Mr. Stripe. Please don't walk on my keyboard. Don't walk on my keyboard. If you want to be up here, sit on my lap. Come here. New Spyro, Al. New fucking Spyro. Hell yeah. That was one of those games that it got leaked a couple years ago. So it finally, like, you know, was here. And I'm like, ah, there it is. It's about time. About time. No giggle physics graphics for the kiddies? Shame, Al, shame. Yeah, maybe eventually. I totally should. I love my kitties. My kitty boys. These my boys. Kevin's Wario will take some getting used to, as Mario can be pretty raspy sometimes too. Luigi and Waluigi are perfect. Yeah, like, Luigi and Waluigi definitely are better sounding than Mario and Wario. But I don't know. I don't, like, entirely mind the Mario or Wario. It's kind of like, whatever, you know. Hi. Hello. If you want to sit on my lap, then come here. He's on the back of my chair now. But he's, like, tapping my shoulder like, hey, pay attention to me. Hello. Okay, am I going crazy, or have I seen the same Punch-Out comment repeatedly? I do not know. I do not know. Punch-Out! Let's get it. We could use a new Punch-Out. Come on. Come on. Oh my god, he's climbing down the front of me. He just doesn't know where to be right now. Mr. Stripe! Yeah, Punch-Out's one of those ones that, like, you know, hasn't had a game in a while. That'd be a fun surprise from Next Level Games if that's what they're cooking up. Just because, like, I'm fully expecting Luigi's Mansion from them. Not that it would be a bad thing. Like, again, not that, like, a lot of these games that I'm talking about here would necessarily be bad to get reveals. It's just that, like, you know, there's so many games that, like, we've come to expect at this point that it's more fun to have these expectations and then get something that we're not expecting, you know? So, you know, again, I'm expecting Luigi's Mansion 4. A new Punch-Out would be like, whoa, that's cool! I'm expecting 3D Mario at some point, which, okay, we're that is happening. That is definitely happening. Bad example. But, you know, it would be like, oh, we're getting a 3D Wario from the Mario team instead. We already had exactly what I'm talking about, just not with Wario. It was with Donkey Kong. I was expecting 3D Mario, and we got 3D Donkey Kong, so that's... So, you know, that's the kind of thing that I'm talking about. Boop, boop, boo. Boop, 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 doo, doo, doo. Boop, boop, boo. Boop, doo, doo, doo. Yoshi Air Riders? Why did I say that? Kirby Air Riders Gummies the game. I want Kirby Air Riders gummies. I want, like, real Kirby Air Riders gummies. Imagine King Crusher K. Rool as a secret boss in a new Punch-Out. Man, that would be so cool. You have to, like, break his belly armor. That would be awesome, actually. Imagine if the Odyssey team was split up, not to make 3D Mario and a 3D DK, but a 3D Wario and a 3D DK. The internet would lose it. That would just be, like, the end of the Nintendo fandom online. Like, they would just completely, like, combust. Everything would come burning down to the ground. I would be totally here for it. I would be, like, I mean, man. I'd be all over that. But I know I'm probably maybe one of, maybe in more of the minority with that one. Don't get me wrong, I'm also looking forward to a 3D Mario at some point. But, like, honestly, 3D DK, you know, DK Bonanza, it really kind of just scratched that sort of itch for me. And also, it scratched the DK itch. So, I'm kind of just content, as far as, like, big 3D adventure games go right now. You know, if we get to the end of next year and we still haven't seen 3D Mario, I might be starting to check my watch. Like, hey, what's going on? Where's Mario? Did he die? Did he die on the way here? Did he get into a car crash? Like, should we send out a search party and try to find him? Is he okay? Nintendo Land expects the next 3D Mario in this Direct. I think he expects 3D Mario in every Direct. He was pretty disappointed when they revealed Bonanza instead of 3D Mario. We had, like, complete polar opposite reactions to it. I'm not 100% sure if it's time for 3D Mario or not yet. I feel like we might still have a little bit more time to go, if only because of, like, all the rumors surrounding it. You know, there was a whole thing of, okay, well, so, like, my initial thought and prediction was that they would have a 3D Mario later this year that would be intended to, like, follow up the Mario Galaxy movie and the, you know, big box office success of that. But, you know, the current rumor is that may have been delayed to next year, and in its place, they're moving Ocarina of Time up to, you know, take Mario's original place. Which would also make total sense, because I figured Ocarina of Time would be one to, you know, kind of release and coincide with the Zelda movie next year, so, I don't know. I do not know. Mario Yoshi 4723, thank you for the super chat. Imagine a DKC prequel game starring K. Rool. I'll leave you to think about how that would work, but I'd love to see more of the big old croc. Me too, my friend, me too. I just want more King K. Rool in just about everything. If we can get more K. Rool this generation across various games and spin-offs, I'll be happy. I'll be happy. And I'm just saying, Donkey Kong deserved the spotlight after how long it has been. 3D Mario can wait a little longer. Yeah, I'm with you there, and I may have some bias too, because like obviously I wanted a Donkey Kong game for a long time, so Bonanza was a very cathartic reveal for me. But you know, that being said, it's like we get Mario games all the time. You know, there's always at least one a year, if not more. So it's kind of like, it was so long since the last Donkey Kong game, even longer since his last 3D game. So Bonanza was a very welcome treat. It was a welcome surprise. Same with a lot of other games that we've gotten this generation so far, just pleasant surprises. And that's what I'm happy about. That's what I want to see more of through the rest of the Switch 2 generation. I feel like a lot of, especially the early days of the Switch, played it very safe. We had a lot of ports, which makes sense. I know the Wii U was a big fat floppy failure, so they put a lot of those games onto the Switch. But even like a lot of the games that they were revealing, like the new games, were kind of, they erred on the side of caution, it sort of felt like, more often than not. So I'm enjoying like the Switch 2 taking some bigger swings in certain ways, I guess. Hello, Al. Hello, naughty gnats. But Al, DK is not 3D Mario, therefore it's unworthy of the main 3D platformer at launch. Yeah, then isn't that just the truth of it? You go back to your chamber, Donkey Kong. What the fuck, man? Get the fuck out of here. I feel like that's how a lot of people are looking at it. Like, dude, it kind of stings. It's like, I feel like Bonanza just gets, like, glossed over. Like, people just pretend like it doesn't exist. They're like, the Switch 2 doesn't have any big exciting games. There was nothing. It's like, dude, Donkey Kong's right there. They're like, yeah, but that doesn't have Mario in it. Like, come on, man. Come on, man. Bonanza's fantastic. DK Tropical Freeze Switch 2 Edition. Calling it now. Okay. If they wanted to give us, like, a Tropical Freeze Switch 2 Edition update and, like, add, I don't know, playable Lanky Kong, sure, I'll take it. I'll take it. They did that earlier this year with Returns HD, and they added Dixie Kong to it. Count me in. Sign me up. DK RPG. That would be awesome. I would love to see, like, some kind of Donkey Kong spin-off game this generation, too. You know. Bonanza. Fantastic. Loved it. Would love to see a new Donkey Kong Country game as well. But also, at least one type of spin-off game would be awesome to see. Let's revive Donkey Kong Racing. That would be cool. I've been saying this for a while, but I think a Donkey Kong beat-em-up game would also be pretty fun. An RPG, another option there too. Who is this? Oh, I thought I had another key. Maybe I'm just, I don't know. I'm having phantom cat attacks. Thought a cat was in here looking around. I don't see anything. Do you think Pikmin 5 could be a possibility? Oh, yeah! Actually, no, probably not. Boy, that was a sudden shift. I'm thinking, like, they might do, like, a Pikmin 4 Switch 2 edition first. That's kind of my suspicion, just based on leaks and rumors and such. Which I wouldn't be entirely opposed to, because, like, I wouldn't mind going back and replaying Pikmin 4, but, like, you know, I want to do it with some better performance enhancements, so hopefully they can do like a 60 FPS Pikmin 4 patch or whatever, you know? That'd be cool. All the crock cope has gotten into your brain. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. We need sluggers to bring in all the glub shittos from Mario and DK. I know, that's what I'm saying, too. I think my fear with them doing another baseball game is that they might not do it the way that we would want them to do it. My hope would be that they would, like, increase the roster size from the last game, but it's been so long that I feel like they're probably... It's either going to be on, like, a similar level of, like, you know, I don't know, kind of similar roster size, or maybe even, like, a little bit smaller than that. And I kind of suspect there wouldn't be as many DK reps either. But that's just me speculating. I wouldn't want them to do that, but I don't know. Just going based off of the track record of how they've handled, you know, the sports titles in recent years. The Grey Goblin. The Grey Goblin. Throwing it out. New Wario to prep for the Wario movie. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, let's get it. I'm thinking there's a decent chance of a new Wario game. Maybe even tomorrow. I would say, yeah, maybe there's a decent chance that we will see a new Wario game tomorrow. I'll go out on that limb. I will say that. I will say it. I will say it out loud. And prepared to be very wrong. A full Metroidvania Wario Land would be a dream come true. That it would. That would be awesome. Wario will be in the third movie. That's my guess. That's my prediction as well. I guess, like, I don't know. It's hard to think too logically about these movies because, like, I would have guessed that the Mario Galaxy movie would be, like, the perfect cap-off to a trilogy of Mario movies, and instead they did it for the second movie and didn't even make it about Galaxy. It barely resembles Galaxy, so... yeah, no. But, just going off of the fact that Daisy is going to be in the third one, I'm thinking it might be, like, taking from Wario Land, which would mean that Wario Land, you know, it's kind of there with the same name. Mario and Wario Land. So, I don't know, yeah, I think Wario has a decent chance of being in the third one. I would love to see it be Wario and Waluigi, but, I don't know. Maybe that'll be the post-credits teaser for the third one, like, Waluigi, Everybody will be like, whoa, Waluigi! And, like, collectively shit their pants in the movie theater, and then the theater attendants have to be sad. They're like, I have to clean that. I'm gonna let that one linger. Hold on. Whew, I hope we get a cool new game that is completely new and we don't know what it is. Me too! That's why my stream is titled the way that it is, because, like, you know, it's so easy to predict the things that we all expect and all want and all hope for. But it's the things that catch us off guard that are truly exciting, you know? I want something that's gonna be like, what? What the fuck? What? I want that. I want that to be my reaction, you know? Not, hey, there it is, on New Luigi's Mansion. Oh, look! I was gonna say something. I have nothing off the top of my head. I'm just, like, struggling. Ooh, doo-doo-doo. Hey, Al, what's a game you bought to play, but immediately lost interest and never played again? Dang. I don't know. Maybe Expedition 33? That's like a recent one off the top of my head. I bought it and I got, like, you know, maybe a third of the way through the game. I think I got through the first act and then I just didn't go back to it. Nothing wrong with the game. It was just, I don't know. I always compare myself to Barnacle Boy from that episode of SpongeBob where he wants the adult-sized Krabby Patty, but then it's too big for him to finish. That's how I am with, like, any big game, but especially RPGs that require, like, you know, 100 hours of dedication. I just can't bring myself to do that. Zomboss, last dono tonight. Thank you, my friend. You think they'll do a Luigi's Mansion movie or a Star Fox movie first? I would guess probably Luigi's Mansion. That's my suspicion because I think it just probably makes more sense for them to continue to cash in on the Mario side of things before they take a big swing with something like Star Fox. And I know Charlie Day has talked about it a lot too, like, yeah, I want to do Luigi's Mansion. Yeah, let me do that. So that's what I'm thinking. Well, that's my suspicion. Hey, Alwood, Bonanza in is that Kingdom Hearts? Bonanza and Kingdom Hearts be cool? Well, that would get me to play a Kingdom Hearts game finally. I did play through like a little bit of the first game like years ago, but I didn't get too far. I'm not really like a huge Disney guy, you know. So yeah, I don't know. Some of the gameplay and combat in the later games looked like a lot of fun, and that was why I started with the first one. I'm like, I want to play those. But the first game is a little, you know, a little old, a little bit dated, so it feels like maybe not quite as fluid and fun to look at as the later ones. Play 3, that was like the main one I was eyeing up, like that looks like fun. But, you know. But now it has Goofy, and they put bugs in him. They put bugs in Goofy? Gorsh, you're loading me up with bugs. Why you got all these bugs in me? You're gonna eat these bugs and you're gonna like it, bro. Gorsh, god dang, there's a whole lot of bugs there, Mick. Haha. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just like, woo. What the hell heck is Phantom Pain? Isn't that, isn't that Metal Gear? That's not it. I don't think is that it? Isn't that like the name of Metal Gear? Metal Gear Phantom Pain? I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying, dude. What you already talked about, Sonic Frontiers Definitive Edition. Like, I think I have heard about that might be on the way. I don't know if that's something that people are excited for or not excited for. I don't know. I don't really care all that much. I thought Frontiers was a perfectly solid, like, 7 out of 10 game. It wasn't bad. It was just like, here's Sonic and some Unreal Engine assets. That was how I felt. So I'm hoping that the next Sonic game takes more cues from Shadow Generations. I feel like that game had a really good blend of like doing some of the open world stuff that Frontiers did, but like having really great levels and solid level design and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. Yeah, Zomboss said it best. It was a good starting point for what they can do in the future. That's where I'm at with it too. So, that dog is not that funny. I'm cracking myself up. Just, I am my own favorite comedian, I guess. Brandon and the Phantom Bugs. What's up, Brandon? This is gonna be really random and like really off topic. Brandon and I have been playing a lot of Overwatch lately, and I picked up and figured out how to play Junker Queen finally, and dude, oh, she's a monster. I'm a menace with Junker Queen, so if you catch me on Overwatch tonight, you better watch out. I'm gonna Junker Queen ya. You Overwatch. Dude, I've been playing Overwatch for like 10 years. That's like the game that I have continued to return to, I think, more than like any other game over the last 10 years. Which is crazy because, like, I don't know, I don't usually stick with games for that long, but what can I say, man? Overwatch has got me by the balls. I love Overwatch. There was a few years there, actually, though, where I wasn't playing it because I did not like the changes they were making. But then, they brought back Overwatch Classic last year. I think it was last year, and I wanted to check it out, so it kind of got me back into it. And then, this year, they made some more, super cool adjustments to the game, and, like, they're bringing it back, so. But anyway, you guys aren't here to talk about Overwatch. Let's move on from that. What about a new Shadow game, but rated M? I doubt that Nintendo. I doubt that Sega is ever gonna do that again. They know who their target audience is, you know. They're gonna keep doing Sonic for kids. Oh no, you turned into a sweaty Blizzard fan. Quick, I'm bringing the Waluigi scented bug candles. Alright, to be real with you, I'm definitely no, like, Blizzard stan or anything like that. The only game that I've ever really gotten into from them is Overwatch. But, yeah, Blizzard themselves is a whole other can of worms. You will never escape the phantom pain. Ow. The phantom pain that is Overwatch gives me phantom pains in my sleep when after I'm done playing it. I get steamrolled and then I experience phantom pains in my chest. Rojo Bear, 24 member for 10 months. Thank you, my friend. Thank you for being a wonderful channel supporter for 10 months. That's awesome. Thank you. I don't know if that's just, like, people joining into the chat or if, like, they are... I don't know, like, why it's doing that, honestly, but... welcome if you're here. I don't know if you're here, but... hi. What the fuck was that? Oh. It's just cat jumping up on a tray table. I heard something going on out there. I'm like, oh. It's like somebody trying to break in. Scared the shit out of me. This is a stream of constant running gags. It's something like that. It's like verbal diarrhea for me right now. Like, shit is just pouring out of my mouth. It's just like consistent stream of consciousness. That's how it feels. Which I guess is probably just how streaming is, right? That's just kind of how it is for people. I gotta hand it to the people who do this shit full time and do it for just like, okay, like hours and hours a day, every single day. I don't know how they make it work. I'm just not built for it. I can't. I just can't. I wish I could do it. I'm just not built for it. There may be a DK announcement in the Direct tomorrow. Some update was data mine. That's kind of what I'm thinking too. And actually, you know, that's actually a pretty good guess as to what, you know, maybe DK related stuff could be at the Direct tomorrow. I was earlier, I don't know if you were here earlier, Rarick, I was kind of predicting that, like, maybe there'd be a chance that we would see something DK related at the Direct tomorrow. That's pretty good guess right there. Hey Al, had a weird dream weeks ago about you playing a new DK game about DK and Smallene fighting some wizard guy. Long story short, it ends with K. Rool coming in to fight the final boss as a player. That's what I'm talking about. I like wizards. Wizards and Donkey Kong, that sounds like a fun combination to me. Could be some 40th anniversary tie-in along with the announcement of the DK movie. Since that, like, that's a good point. That they might announce the DK movie. Maybe, actually. The only reason I say maybe is just because, from what we can kind of gather, it sounds like the DK movie might be more of a 2028 thing. How far in advance did they announce the Zelda movie? Because that might give us a little bit of a timeline to look at. You know, if DK is still 2 years away, would they announce it that far in advance? I don't know. Maybe they would. I genuinely, I'm asking. I don't know. But yeah, I'm my guess, the thing I threw out there was that they might do like a new kind of like DK arcade kind of game. Like I feel like maybe the Mario vs. Donkey Kong remake team maybe taking a crack at like something in that sort of vein, but I don't know. Especially with it being an anniversary year, so. Excuse me. Excusez-moi. Will Smalline come back or be a one-time thing? My guess is that she's going to be kind of like a one-time deal. In the same way that like a lot of Mario's 3D game partners are kind of like one-offs, you know? That's my suspicion. I feel like the Zelda movie is likely instead to be shown off. Yeah, I mean, that is totally possible. Actually, that's a good point that you bring up there, because, you know, especially if Ocarina of Time is there tomorrow, they might want to use that as an opportunity to also show off something for the Zelda movie. You might be onto something there, Jack25. You might be onto something. Like Flood? Yeah, Flood, you know, the Lumas, Cappy, like, they're all just one-off characters, so I feel like Smalline might be in that kind of similar vein. They can bring back the babies, they can bring her back. I mean, it is totally possible that she could become, like, a spin-off game character. I think it would be, honestly, here, give me one sec. Sorry, I'm scrolling. Scrolling on my phone, because I got messages to look at. What was I saying? Dude, I'm brain dead. Oh, yeah, well, okay, alright, I remember now. I picked it back up, picked up the pieces. You know, the Mario spin-off games always have, like, the babies, the little baby, playable versions of, like, the Mario characters. I feel like Kid Pauline could fill that role for Pauline. No need for baby Pauline. Put Kid Pauline in there. That'd be fun. That would be fun. Want to trigger your phantom pain of no Mario Kart World? Not really. At this point, it's like I'm already pretty checked out of Mario Kart World. Whenever they announce stuff for it is just, you know, that's just whenever they announce it. Whatever happens, happens is basically what I'm saying. Oh my golly, have a holly jolly! Oh! Sorry, stretching. Sitting like a shrimp for too long. I'm gonna turn into one. They brought back the Sprixies for Mario Tennis Ultra Smash and then never again. So that will probably happen to Kid Pauline. Yeah, it's possible. I think Kid Pauline, like, the one thing I will say about Kid Pauline is that she feels at least more significant than something like the Sprixies. Just because of her ties to Pauline the character, you know. So. Gotta be honest, have not been in on the loop of anything. Nintendo lately feels good to go into a direct completely fresh. Hell yeah, dude. Stay off social media because you'll get everything spoiled for you. That's the best feeling, though, getting to go into it with fresh eyes, no expectations, and you get to just kind of kick back and let whatever announcements happen wash over you. And you can be excited or not excited. one of them. What's the biggest game you're hoping to see in tomorrow's Direct? I don't know if I have anything super specific. I mean, I can list off for you games that, like, I think it would be cool to see. Something like 3D Mario or Smash Brothers, you know, like those kinds of things. But Nothing that I'm like super pining for. I guess like a new Wario game would be really cool to see. I would be pretty excited about that. Other than that though, yeah, I don't know. Not too sure. It would just be nice to have something to be surprised about, you know? Something exciting that I can be like, whoa! I wasn't expecting that! That's cool! Whoa! Wow, dude! That is so cool! I'm excited! I don't know what I'm doing. Why am I doing that? What's going on? Diddy Kong Racing on NSO? That would be pretty cool. I would be totally here for it. I think it might be a little soon for that, just because we only just got DK64, so I think, I think there's a decent chance that we will see Diddy Kong Racing next year hit the NSO. That's my prediction. I'd love to be wrong, though. I would love to have Diddy Kong Racing sooner rather than later. I would love to play through it again. Although I do have... I have it on my Thor. I guess I could just play it on that. But you know how it is. It's fun to play it on the Switch Online. You know, get some buddies together and, like, play some game. Play some game with fingers. Let me ask you guys. What is a big hope or wish from you guys to see at the Direct tomorrow? Enough about me. Let's talk about you. Let's hear from you. Come on up here. Get on the stage. Tell me what ails you, child. Mr. Game & Watch themed game? That's an interesting idea. Ice Climber or Starfy? Also, fun ideas. Rabid game? Super Metroid remake? And Metroid... Yeah, actually, that's a good point. You know, Mercury Steam hasn't really done anything with Metroid in a couple years. I don't know, maybe it's getting close. Maybe something there's gonna happen. I don't trust leakers, but I don't think I've ever hoped for anything more than the Ocarina of Time remake. I just want a normal Zelda game for once. Even if it's one that already exists. I gotta tell you, I have felt a similar feeling here lately. Because, you know, some fans did, like, a PC version of Twilight Princess. They, like, ported it. And I've been kind of slowly chipping away at it. And I'm just like, man, I miss this. I miss this kind of Zelda. So, I'm kind of right there with you. Like, I think it would be fun to revisit, even though it is just like Ocarina of Time again. It's just like, I don't know. I want more Zelda that's kind of, you know, Zelda, so. Lots of fun ideas here in the chat. Oh, man. I'm getting sleepy, which I guess is a good thing. I need to be sleepy so I can get up early tomorrow. It's going to be a busy day of watching Nintendo and making videos probably about Nintendo. Speaking of making videos, I'm kind of looking to potentially start, like, getting some freelance editing help. So if anybody out there has any interest, and you have examples of your work, feel free to shoot an email my way. Just say like, hey, Al, I was watching your stream and heard you say you might need editors. So I'm not necessarily, like, I do have a couple people lined up, but I may want to have a couple other people on hand. So just throwing it out there, you know. I have to pee. Dude, I've been drinking so much water lately, which is a good thing. I've been, like, ultra mega hydrated, but, like, you'll not... You don't realize how much peeing you'll be doing when you're hydrated. Been racing like a piss horse. have a premonition that the Directs will start with some kind of Switch 2 Smash Ultimate reveal. I'm still gonna lock in on it's gonna open up with Fire Emblem. That's my guess. I don't know why, but that's just my guess. Uncle Al going the Game Explain route and make a 2-hour video talking about 3 screenshots. Are there any video or any games to talk about 3 screenshots of? I don't know. Words. Not having a good time with those today. Al is hydrodynamically designed. Yep, that's me right now. It will end with Mario Titans. Direct out of 10. Mario Titans has been the funniest thing to come out of like all the 3D Mario begging and shenanigans. It's just the funniest thing. Mario Titans. When are we getting the Uncle Al movie? Well, just you wait. I'm gonna have to sign a deal with Warner Brothers, and that's why it's probably never gonna happen. Because Warner Brothers is dying. Yeah. Super hesitant about any Smash this Direct. Kind of in the same boat. Kind of in the same boat as you. I feel like I just think it's a little bit soon for Smash, but I would love to be surprised. You know, I would love to be surprised. It becomes a tax write-off? What? What? What does? I think I missed the context. There was a funny tax conversation. funny tax conversation about taxes going on. I missed it. Can't wait for the open world sandbox free roam Yoshi game. I kind of wish that the Yoshi was a little closer to that. Like, don't get me wrong. Yoshi's Funny Book was a very funny book, and it was very good. But I kind of wish they had done like a 3D Yoshi game. But I don't know. That's just me nitpicking. That's me complaining about something just to complain about it for the fuck of it. Ba-ba-ba-bum. Ba-da-ba-dum. On everyone's soul, Donkey Kong Bonanza is getting a sequel announced on this Direct. Whew, that's gonna be a lot of souls on your hands there, oof noise. A lot of happy souls on your hands, because hell yeah, it's getting a sequel. Yeah, fuck. Shit. I feel like Nate the Hate kind of ruined this Direct. I feel like everything he is already leaked. Okay, that's kind of partially where the title of this stream and thumbnail comes from. It does feel like we know about a lot of it, which is kind of lame to me. I liked it when Nate was just leaking Direct dates. Not the entire contents of said Directs. Not that he's necessarily leaked everything, I don't know, but I heard from people today that he may have leaked some other stuff that's going to be in the presentation tomorrow, and so I've been trying to avoid his stuff today. I'm like, man, come on, we can't wait a single day. It's tomorrow, bro. I guess he needs his clout. He's a clout goblin. Gotta ruin the surprises. Nintendo needs to find the leak for sure. Yeah. I have a feeling they are probably feverishly trying to track him down. I'm kind of in the same boat. Like, I think I would rather it get shut down. But like the thing about it, you know, it's like taking the head off a Hydra. It just sprouts, you know, more heads. I feel like it's probably going to be something like that, you know. No matter where you go, no matter what you do, there's leaks everywhere in gaming these days. It's just, that's just the way it is, so. It was kind of fun to, you know, get to know about some of these things a couple months ago when, like, Nintendo was kind of quiet and, you know, keeping directs on the down low. But, I don't know. Now that it's, like, happening tomorrow, the fact that he's just leaking this stuff still, even just today, I'm like, man, that's kind of lame. That's kind of lame. But, you know, whatever. It's just the way it is. That's the way everything is in gaming these days. Not just Nintendo, unfortunately. We knew the Rayman Legends, you know, remake. That was just the biggest leaky faucet I've seen in a minute. I saw, like, screenshots and snippets of gameplay and all that kind of stuff, like, days and weeks in advance. Spyro was leaked literally years ago. That it was, like, confirmed that Toys for Bob was going to be working on that. Now, it was only, like, rumored leaks, technically, at the time, but, like, well, here we are. It's here, and then, yep, it's Toys for Bob, so... I don't know. How did they get away with finding all the leaks? They gotta have somebody. They gotta have a guy. They got a guy. They got somebody connected. Leakers should just give vague hints that make us go aha after the reveal. That was the one fun thing about Pyoro doing leaks. He didn't, at least to my knowledge, didn't straight up just like completely leak the things. He would drop little hints, and that kind of made it fun. We could sort of speculate about, you know, what was happening. But then Nintendo killed him. No more Pyoro. He's a goner now. That's why it's best to avoid social media. I know, like, that's the tricky thing for me because, like, I mean, this is kind of my entire thing. Like, this is what I do for a living. I work on social media. I work on YouTube. It's impossible for me to avoid this stuff, so... My only hope is that Nintendo is able to keep certain things close to their chest, so that way we can still have, excuse me, fun reveals and surprises. I'll go for maybe about like 15 more minutes or so, and then we'll cap it off at the 2-hour mark. So, because then I gotta start winding down, you know, gear myself down a little bit. Sorry, I'm like starting to run out of steam. It's been a long day for me. I've been busy. Uh-oh. Hang on. Hold up. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. I was just... Alright, I was peeping in my, DK server. With my DK pals. Let's just say... DK is going to be at the Direct tomorrow. I don't, maybe I shouldn't have said that. I probably can't just, like, say that out loud and then, like, expect you guys to not want to know what it is. So, I probably shouldn't have said that. I don't want to, like, spoil it for, it's not, okay. Oh, fuck. Why did I even say anything? I shouldn't have said anything. if you don't want to hear, just plug your ears right now or click off the stream. I won't be offended. But it's nothing crazy. I will just say that. The current... Okay, so I'm going to do a countdown. On the count of 3, okay? Alright, a 1, 2, 3. Alright, here comes the spoiler zone. Just for, like, the next minute or two. So, like, apparently they might be adding challenges? Or, like, basically achievements to, like, retro games that are on the NSO. And, there's, like, a bunch of Donkey Kong Country achievements that got leaked. With, like, little icons and stuff as well. So, I guess that's a thing that's happening tomorrow. Oh, and arcade DK stuff, too. So... Again, nothing like super crazy, but there is going to be Donkey Kong there tomorrow, so that's a thing. Yeah, I did know about like the challenges and like achievements and stuff they were going to be adding. I did not see these Donkey Kong challenge images yet until just now, so that's new to me. But that's pretty cool. I can't tell you guys how long I've been wanting, like, achievements in Nintendo games. So, like, I'm stoked about that. I can't believe they're actually finally doing it. Is it just for the retro games or new games too? I think it's just for the retro games. It's like a big update that's coming to the NSO services, like maybe tomorrow. But yeah, they're like going to be adding achievements to, I don't know like if it's every game or just certain games, like I don't really know the extent of it. But that gives me fun incentive to go back and play the Donkey Kong Country games all over again. I mean, fuck it, why not? I don't even need a reason to go back and play them aside from it's Donkey Kong, so give me achievements and hell yeah, I'm in. I actually played through Donkey Kong Country 2 late in the year last year using the Retro Achievements website. And like got 100% on that. It was like tough. It was pretty tough. I doubt that anything Nintendo is going to be doing is going to be on that level, but like just the fact that they are doing something official is pretty cool. I'm here for it. Gives me a fun reason to go back and play some old games, so. Someone made a leak including a new Retro DK game, but it was so blatantly fake. Yeah, unfortunately, or fortunately, I guess, depending on who you ask, I kind of don't think Retro Studios is going to be doing DK anymore. They have some job listings out on their website now, like out on the Nintendo website for Retro, that seem to be hinting that they're probably doing more Metroid. Seems like they're probably dipping back into the Metroid well, which makes sense. Because, you know, now they have that pipeline set up from Metroid Prime 4, and, like, they always kind of made it sound like Prime 4 was going to be sort of the start of a new era of Metroid Prime, not necessarily just a one-off sort of deal, so... I doubt... I don't know if they made their money back on the investments they made for Prime 4, so I wouldn't be surprised if they want to try to, like... you know, squeeze some more out of that. I wouldn't be surprised. I'm an achievement fiend on PC, dude. I'm a little bit of an achievement fiend myself. That's why I tend to lean into getting games on, like, my PlayStation and Steam an awful lot if I don't necessarily want them for my Switch, because games that I know I'm gonna want to like play and get the most out of, you know, I want to have those achievements as options to go in and doodle around with. You got Metroid Prime pre-owned for $30. Lucky. I got it for $70. I paid the full smackaroos for that one. God dang-a-lang. Good goddamn-a-lang. There's no way they made their money back in development for 9 years and didn't even crack 1 million. Yeah, it sounds like it cracked 1 million, like, combined sales between Switch and Switch 2, which is, that's good, but yeah, you're probably right, though. They probably did not make their money back. So that's kind of what I'm thinking, though, that they might use the sort of pipeline and assets that they developed for Prime 4 and just go ahead and, like, snowball that into another Prime game that they will hopefully make better than Prime 4. Bye, Al. Bye, Kit and Fox. Hey, how many of you guys are going to be here tomorrow morning for the Direct? Any of you guys going to, like, tune into my stream and watch with me? I'll probably be here streaming tomorrow morning, I would imagine. What I want to see is DK Warriors. Like, if they're really working on DK, or working to make DK a big thing, he needs spin-offs. And a Dynasty Warriors DK is a good spin-off thing. Yeah, I'd be down for that. I totally agree with you. I want to see DK spin-offs as well. And, like, I wouldn't be opposed to a Dynasty Warriors DK. I mean, that's fine with me. I think it would be kind of neat if we could, I don't know, like, I would want to see DK get a spin-off that's unique to DK. Like, something that Mario hasn't done, or Zelda hasn't done, or, like, any of these series. Like, something like a beat-em-up, or... that's, like, the only example I can think of off the top of my head. I was gonna say, like, I don't know, a racing game... Not only has Mario beaten him to the punch on that one, like, 30 years ago, but Diddy Kong did too. Diddy Kong kind of already took that one from him. But, yeah, I wouldn't be opposed to, like, a Dynasty Warriors one either. Honestly, anything to get to play as all of the DK characters in the entire Donkey Kong pantheon, like, hell yeah, man. I'm down for it. Those smaller 2024 games are up for sequels now. I can see a Mario vs. DK sequel. That's kind of what I'm predicting, too, that we might get something kind of in that vein. Maybe even tomorrow? I don't know. But I don't know. Now that knowing that there's, like, DK achievements on the way tomorrow, I'm not as confident about that prediction, but I don't know. You never know, right? Ba-doo-ba-doo. A DK point and click game? Hell yeah! Bring it on! Donkey Kong point and click adventure. DK version of Turtles in Time or Streets of Rage would go hard. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm talking about. Like, something along those kind of lines, DK beat 'em up. DK punch 'em up. That would be fun. That would be fun. Anyway, okay. Guys, I think I've about yapped myself out. I'm, like, honestly kind of just dragging at this point. I'm getting kind of wiped. Oh, I was gonna go for, like, the 2-hour mark, but we're only, like, 5 minutes off, so I think I might just cut it off here, start to wind it down for the night, and gear up for the Direct tomorrow morning, because I still have a couple of things I gotta prepare for that, so... Alright, everybody, thanks for stopping by, thanks for hanging out and listening to me yap about the Nintendo Direct, and listening to me bitch about how boring predictions are now, including my own, because we all have the same predictions, we all have the same ideas and things. It's like, we need some surprises. We need Nintendo to get out here and shake it up, We need Nintendo to announce the Donkey Kong dating sim tomorrow. That's what we need. Anyway. Ay. That Nate that I hate. So it feels like that could be a Dr. Seuss book right there. Oh, god dang that Nate that I hate. Can't stand the guy. He ain't that great. He leaks all the games and he ruins the fun. Can't stand that guy. Now I am done. Oh yeah. Alright. I gotta go get it. I gotta go get something to eat. I gotta get some food in my belly. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for swinging by. For those of you guys who will be here tomorrow morning, I will catch you there. I'll be here. Hopefully. I think I should be. Yeah, unless I sleep through it, which would be unfortunate, but I wouldn't put it past me. Wouldn't put it past me. Alright, guys. I'll catch y'all tomorrow. Bye-bye. 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 See y'all later. Bye-bye. Whoop.